しいんだお前ら。
Yo, what is up everyone? So today I'll be talking about Mochi, and this fruit has been waited for a very long time in Grand Peace, and I saw there are a few theories about what will happen with it and everything, but they are pretty bad. I don't mean to be mean to anyone about that, but they are bad, so I decided I would do one myself. And so there are a few things that I have to specify about Mochi before I actually get into the video. And the first thing is Mochi is not a Logia. It's a Paramecia, and that means it will not actually have Logia dodges. But as I said in my video about observation haki, it could if such a thing is added in the game in the future. So that's the first thing. Secondly, it will come in update 5, even though Foyu said that the next fruit, actually I don't think it's Foyu, but one of the devs said that the next fruit would be String. String is going to come in the Christmas update, and on top about that, if you think about it, strings is what people use to wrap presents, and presents is given at Christmas. And Christmas update will come before update 5. This is almost sure because Christmas is in like a month, and update 5 will be maybe in January. Next thing is Mochi will be a mythical fruit because it is such a long something that has been waited for a very long time, and it is almost impossible for it to be an actual legendary. So it has to be a higher. It has to be like Toei. It has to. And we only have one mythical fruit in the game right now, whereas we have several commons, several rares, a lot of legendaries, so I think it will be a mythical fruit. And the last point about this is it will be a PvP based fruit, maybe the strongest PvP fruit ever. And now let's get right into the video. So, as you can see, the first move is that it's pretty basic. It's like the Gum Gum Punch move. It's basically called Power Mochi, and it will be basically just a punch move that has long range. Like, I have Magu right now, but for example, the Gum Gum Punch goes up to around there, so it will be about the same. Now, the second move. So the second move will be Birdlime Mochi, and the way I see this in PvP or PvE, but mostly PvP, is you would use it, and then as you can see in the clip, the enemy would get stuck and not be able to move, and at that moment you would be able to use attacks, and I think it would work like a stun move where you will be stuck for like a second or two, and then you can like spam some moves or something like that, and the enemy would be stuck. Or also you could go and get M1s on the enemy. So that's for the second move. Now the third move is going to be a move, if you know what I mean, like Pika Flight, for example, or Mera Flight. But except that it won't be a flight move, it will be just to move faster. We don't have a move like that except Ice Bike with Hiei. But basically, this is what it will be. So it's called Donut Roll, and in games like Blocks Fruits and King Legacy and other One Piece games, it has also been added, and it's going to be pretty fast, as you could see in that clip. And I'm guessing it will be a bit like Kaoru. Right now I can't really show you because it's glitched, but when you are running with Kaoru, you can basically jump, and it jumps, and I'm guessing you will be able to jump with it, so that's cool. And it will drain stamina, obviously, and depending on maybe depending on how much stats you have in Mochi, maybe you will go faster or slower. I don't know. That could be something cool. Now the fourth move is going to be a block break, and it's going to do also burn damage. And I know it sounds weird to say that Do will do burn damage, but let me show you. So as you can see, it catches fire and therefore it will do burn damage. It's a bit like maybe Diable Jambe, where you have certain moves, and Foyu could probably just paste this into a cooler looking attack and maybe change certain things about it. Then we have the pre-ultimate move, and this is going to be pretty devastating in PvP and PvE. I'm not really scared to say that it will be almost like Magma Rain, for example, that does this for a long time. I'm not going to hold it fully, but basically it will do a whole lot of damage. So So the name of this attack is Mochi Anemone, and okay, it might not make much sense, but basically it's a Rafale move, a bit like Gum Gum Gatling, for example, or like this, as I said earlier. And now we have the ultimate move. This move has already been sneaked, so this one, it's pretty sure that it will be in the game, unlike the other ones, because again, this is just a theory. But this one is 100% sure that it will be in the game, and the name is Buzzcut Mochi. So the way this could work is basically what could happen is when a bit like Gura has the X move, which is the Blast Clutcher. When you hold it, it does more damage. What I mean here could happen is if you hold it, maybe it would spin longer, take a bit more stamina, and while you spin, maybe it does small ticks of damage, like I don't know, maybe 10 per tick or something. And this could be pretty useful in PvP because after, I don't know if you use it, but Rokushiki has an ultimate move called Rokogan in Grand Peace Online, and that move has a very long stun after it's used, and it could be a bit the same for this move. Now, this move will not take as much time as in the anime because you probably noticed it takes like 1 minute. The use of the move takes like 1 minute, and that's pretty long for a move in Grand Peace, especially now that for you added the zone thing that closes in on you when you PvP. But it will be broken, and now, as I mentioned in my theory about Update 5, when Mochi will be added, along with the new map and the new boss, which will be Katakuri, there will also be a new weapon, which is Mogura, and Mogura is a trident, like Neptune's trident. This is also why I'm using it right now. And there will be 2 moves, like every other secondary weapon, like 2 moves. And the first one has not actually happened in the anime, but it's a bit like Bizento has this move where you can go and do a sweep like this. And this move actually block breaks with Trident. With Mogura it should also block break, but it might not do as much damage because the second move will be completely different, and will be much more broken than any other moves. And what the move is, it will be Mogura Trust. And before I actually show you what it looks like, I'm going to specify one thing about this move. For the users that will have Mochi, it will actually have a damage buff, and you will understand why when I show you. Because first it will be going a bit further, a bit like a Crocodile Hook with Suna in Grand Peace. But also it will have a spinning motion, which will obviously do more damage. And for this reason, it will probably be the best weapon in the game. It will be a legendary weapon like Trident. And of course, it will have strong M1s as well. So this is what it looks like. So that's the last move I'm going to be talking about today. Before I end the video, there is one more thing I have to say about this. When Mochi comes out, since it's probably going to be a mythical fruit, it's going to be extremely expensive. I mean expensive as in maybe prestige candy cane worth kind of expensive. And what I suggest, if you guys want Mochi, is probably to wait a bit, unless you get lucky and get it from a dungeon drop or something. In that case, maybe you want to trade it for something that's valuable as well, prestige candy cane for example. And then it will fall down in value. So I recommend, if you want to eat it and you get lucky, you should probably trade it and then try getting it again when it falls down in value. Because the final value, I will say it's around Tori, because Tori is also a mythical fruit, as you can see. It says mythical here. And what this means is it's going to be the strongest fruit in the game probably, best for PvP and for other things as well. So on this note, I would like to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and I will be doing a more detailed explanation of when it will come out and later on in the week maybe. So subscribe and you will be able to see it when it comes out. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.